Hey, okay, so here I am on the scripts page. Again, when you log into your admin account, you'll go up here to tools, scripts, to access all of our scripts. I wanted to just go over real quick the difference between the generic and the specific script. Also, we do have a texting option, and the difference there is going to be how that salesperson gives out their information, which is step 6 of the script. So they have the option kind of for if from going from step 6 here, you have a pencil handy, I have something important for you to write down. They have the option of saying something along the lines of, can the number you gave me receive text messages? And then if they say yes, you say great. I will go ahead and send you my contact information, or I'll go ahead and text you over my business card so you have all my information. So it's kind of two different options there. I usually I like the salesperson to do the first option, and if they don't have a pencil handy, then resort to the texting option. But I just wanted to let you know that that option is there. So first, the generic phone script. So again, like I mentioned, the main difference here is going to be step 2 with qualifying. So both of the scripts both have greeting, qualifying, obtaining contact information, selling the appointment, objection handling techniques, selling your information, and directions. And then here is that out of state customer portion that I talked about. Each of these objections is linked to down here. So we have 10 objection handling techniques that the customer can utilize. A lot of times they have their own technique for pricing or whatever. But for the most part, we want to hear them using the objection handling technique, especially if it's like someone saying they have really bad credit. We want to hear them say that, they one of the things we specialize, is helping people just like yourself rebuild or reestablish their credit. So these are just objection handling techniques that we want to see them use, especially when like pricing, when somebody wants out the door pricing, they're going to want to use these objection handling techniques here. So we have them for them, and we should always mention that they should be using them in the call, in our feedback. But anyways, both the scripts have these 7 steps. It's just that for step 2, it's a little bit different. So again, when somebody is calling in very generically on a vehicle, even if they do say, hey, I'm looking for a black Honda Civic, that's still generic. They don't have a stock number or a specific vehicle on their lot that they're looking for. So you're going to want to coach them on the generic phone script. So they should be saying, great, so that I can better understand your needs, I have a few questions I would like to ask. And they should go into asking these questions in an either or way, and they need to ask 3 to 5 of them. So do you generally prefer a 5-speed or an automatic? Are you more interested in cloth or leather? For the interior, did you want lighter or darker? So these are just examples of questions they can ask, and some of the more common ones that they do ask. Obviously, they want to be asking questions that pertain to the vehicle. If it's a vehicle that never even comes in 5-speed, they probably don't want to ask that question. So you should coach them on that. If they're asking a question that doesn't pertain to the vehicle, you want to let them know. Then they go right into getting the contact information. Okay, so the main difference here is step 2. Now, in the specific script, again, step 2 will be different, and there's also an extra portion of step 3, which is where they're asking if they would be open to alternate vehicles if that specific one were not to be available. Okay? So again, if somebody's calling in very generically on a vehicle and they don't have a stock number of a specific one, they want to be using the generic phone script. And they want to stick with the same script throughout the whole call. Let me take a look real quick at the specific phone script. So this is when, again, somebody has a stock number in mind. So the salesperson should say, oh, that's a really nice vehicle. We've actually had a few calls on that one already today. So this is creating urgency around that vehicle, that specific vehicle. Now we go right into getting the contact information. So all of this part is the same as the generic phone script until they get here. While I'm checking on the make and model, let me ask you, is it specifically and only that make and model you're considering, or would you be open to others, especially if it had something really nice that could save you some money? If they are open to others, then they want to be asking those either or questions. If they aren't open to others, they would simply go right into putting them on a brief hold down here. So that's really the only difference. Step 2, and then that added part of step 3 here. So I just think it's important to know the difference so that you can make sure that the salesperson is using the right script and that you can be coaching on that. So you definitely want to have both of these open on your printed out. But otherwise, the rest of the script is exactly the same. All right, so that is really it. I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to the rest of training. Thanks.